Good afternoon and welcome back to the Sanat Method. My name is Sanat and the Sanat Method is a YouTube channel and a community to help young men improve themselves in every area of life. Now a little bit about me, I'm 23, I'm a dentist, 24 soon actually, my birthday's coming up. And I've run multiple businesses, I've had a great physique transformation, traveled around the world and a lot more. And I've worked hard to achieve this and I try and help you guys do the same thing. This video is a rather interesting one. This one's about becoming alive. Now, I'm not sure what the title is just yet, but this is a very special video. I've been saying this to all the members of my community regularly, and to everyone, to my friends, my family, whoever. We are so distracted. We are incredibly distracted. And what are we distracted from? We are distracted from ourselves. Our bodies, our needs, we are distracted from ourselves. You have all of these different things that you're taking in so many ways, right? Your taste buds, they're not as sensitive. You're either overloading spice, you're overloading sugar, your dopamine sensors, you're frying them. Social media, you're watching stuff on the hub, you're having too much sugar, whatever it is, you're just frying your dopamine sensors, you're frying your taste buds. Everywhere you're just frying yourself in as much as you can. There's so much plastic around you. You distract yourself with music, etc., etc., etc. You haven't figured out what it actually feels like to just be at peace and be alive, be happy and be content. And be like that for a long period of time. The reason I say this is because I searched for this for, I guess, most of my life. I didn't know any better. I was just like every other kid. I was having loads of sugar, crisps, junk food. I wanted to play football. Nothing wrong with football, but I was spending all this time on things that wasn't really benefiting me. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to lock in. And then I started to do it all alone. And there's an element of that which is not great either. I was so distracted, but the idea is I spent all this time trying to figure it out, and I think I did. Because now I feel a lot better. I feel happier in myself, and I help people in life do better. Feel happier, feel more content, reach their goals. I love it, and I found my purpose doing it. So how do you get there? Let's start from the basics. Distracted. You have so many thoughts. You're always overthinking what's going on. You're usually not happy or content with the decisions you make, or with the results of the decisions you make. When do you spend the time processing these thoughts? When do you spend the time figuring out what's actually going in here? Do you write this stuff down? Are you doing it regularly? And because you have all these thoughts, you struggle to go to bed. You often don't get enough sleep, so you don't feel recovered, and the next day you're groggy again. You don't wake up feeling super happy, do you? And if you do, that's amazing, because you're one step closer to where you should be. First thing we need to do is tackle our mind. It's so simple. We start writing down our thoughts. We start speaking to people about what's going on, how we're feeling about stuff. But speaking isn't everything. You got to take action on this. So you start improving your life, you start taking responsibility for what's going on, what's happening to you, then things start to get a lot better. What can you do to change it? Is there anything you can do to change it? Of course there is. Is there some action that exists to help better your life? Can you get stronger? Can you get faster? Can you get smarter? Can you be happier? Can you smile more? There's so many ways. Rather than finding excuses and thinking so negative, maybe you just challenge yourself to think, okay, well, is there a solution? If there is, I'm gonna do it. I know it sounds so simple, but we're so negative all the time that we've kind of accepted defeat and we don't even realize it. We don't realize it because we're not thinking about what we're doing. When was the last time you've seen how you act around people? Have you ever filmed yourself speaking to the camera, just like I have? Have you seen how you act? Have you seen how much you smile? Have you seen how much eye contact there is? Maybe your hand gestures, whatever it is. How do you come across to other people? You worry about your friendships, your relationships, etc. What are you doing for them? When was the time you actually reflected on yourself? Are you achieving your goals? It's too much. It sounds so stressful. Well, one step at a time. You reflect on your day. After this YouTube video, you get a piece of paper out and you think, okay, what am I doing? What am I actually doing in my life? What's taking up my time? How am I feeling? What do I think about it? Where do I want to go? Just some basic questions. What are you grateful for? And I think that's one of the most important ones. If you can write a long list of what you're grateful for, probably in a better spot than someone who can't. Now, it's not about comparison, but it's the idea that we all want to get to a point where we're at least feeling content with most of the decisions in our life. You might not be happy with everything, but you feel content with what you've done to get to where you want to get to. You want to become this huge, jacked, athletic dude or whatever it is. Okay, you're not going to get there tomorrow, but have you done everything you can today to get there tomorrow? If you have, then tick. That's it. That's all you can do, and you've done it. Then you switch off, you rest, you recover, be happy, be proud. Cool. Next day, same thing, etc., 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 until you get there. It's that simple. But if you're distracted, if you're always going out, you're always drinking, you're always smoking, all these substances, right? If you're always having junk food, if you're ruining your hormones in so many ways, if you're not just sitting down in nature, resting, then how are you going to actually realize what's going on? And the issue is life is passing you by. You don't see this. You don't see how quickly it's passing you by. I'm already 23. I remember when I was 18. 5 years went like this. My whole dentistry degree, 5 years, boom. I started and I ended it. Again, with the grace of God, I was able to realize what I was doing at the time, so technically I have achieved a lot in those 5 years. But nonetheless, they went so quickly, and the next 5 will too. That's why I make a lot of these videos, because I am working hard to become even more successful, to help even more people to achieve my goals. So this is my mentality now, where I guess I just became a dentist. I'm not earning that much money, enough. I have a small community at the moment. But all of these things I'm thinking about in the way I'm speaking shouldn't change for the negative going forward. If anything, they should only improve with more positive experience, because I've tried more and I've failed more and I've won more. You see what I mean? So the idea of this video is to finally become conscious of what's going on, what's around you, and why. Why is the main question you need to ask yourself for everything. Literally everything. Why do I do this? Why do I wear these clothes? Why do I wear these shoes? Is this good for me? Why do I sleep on that bed? Is that what's good for me? Or with 3 pillows on behind me? Anything. Why do I smile so much? Or maybe why do I not? Why do I like to keep my hair long? Why do I like to keep my hair short? Start asking why for everything. Why am I eating all this food? Why am I putting ketchup with all my food? Why do I love sweets so much? There is answers for everything. And I'll give you that bonus little bit of advice that really hits home, I'd say. Is when something bad happens to you, something that you haven't chosen to do. A lot of the things you have chosen to do, right? You choose to, I guess, go out, step outside your house or whatever. You choose to go to the gym or you choose not to go to the gym. But when something happens to you, which is still a result of your actions, but you might not see it at the time, when something happens to you that I guess you can't control, then you think, why did this happen to me? And try and see the good in it. Because there's always a reason the guy upstairs wants to do things in a certain way for your life, and that will be different from the person next to you, and that'll be different from me or anyone else. There's a reason he wants to do it in that way. Try and figure out that reason. That's all I challenge you. When something negative goes wrong, try and figure out what is the reason this happened to me. I started doing that, and that changed everything. I wouldn't feel great for years and years, and I did that, and since then, it's been amazing. Bad things don't just happen. Often there's reasons for it. Not often, I think there's always a reason for it. So try and figure it out, try and decode it. It's fun. And also, it makes you feel better. Anyways, I talk a lot more about this on my community. If you want to join the community, message me on Instagram. Otherwise, I will see you on the next one. Any other topics you want to talk about, drop it in the comments. Peace.